Chaos in southwest Japan, where severe flooding has killed at least 2 people. A 93-year-old man was found. He was likely swept away by the floodwaters, and another man was buried by a mudslide. More than a dozen are still missing or unaccounted for in the flooded regions, where at least 500,000 were ordered to evacuate. Now, we also had overflowing rivers that dragged vehicles away. They destroyed buildings, roads, and bridges. Rice fields and homes were flooded. Broken trees washed down from mountainsides and blocked roads. Now, troops rescued families from these areas that were flooded from the heavy downpours. Heavy rain warnings were issued in the southern mainland of Kyushu. That's where the storm Nanmadol swept through earlier in the week. Now, it's not just overnight, it's into Friday as well. We have the risk of severe weather. Hail.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that we are living in the last days, and sorry about that. My windows are going crazy. I just kind of wanted to basically let you guys know that, you know, when you see what's going on around the world today, I don't know how people can say, oh, these are not the last days. And people are just, you know, they think that this is perfectly normal. But if you study statistics, because numbers don't lie, math doesn't lie, you can tamper the numbers, but data doesn't lie. Statistics are what they are. And these floods and these icebergs that are breaking off the Antarctic, this is unprecedented. Now, lots of people will say, oh, it's global warming. Yes and no. What's the difference between global warming and last days? I'll tell you what the difference is. It's a little bit complicated to explain, but global warming is, yes, there is global warming. However, global warming occurs as a result of God withdrawing his hands of protection on the earth, because these things, earthquakes and volcanoes and, you know, mudslides and all these things, floodings, they've occurred since the beginning of time, but they are getting worse. So yes, there's more people today. Yes, there's more pollution and this and this and that. But when you look at the, you know, God says in the Bible that he's going to basically allow these things to get worse and worse and worse as signs of his imminent return, to put an end to suffering and to bring his children to heaven. And I know there are a lot of people listening to my channel that are atheists or Muslim and whatnot, and you may not believe in all this stuff. However, if you study just the numbers, forget about whether or not you believe in the Bible, just study the statistics. And yes, they are getting worse, but what's the difference between that and global warming? Global warming is the judgments of God, and they are going to get worse. But at the rate that they are getting worse does not justify global warming. Global warming may go up maybe half a degree in the next couple decades. Half a degree does not warrant what we're seeing all over the weather channels and all over the news channels for a half a degree or 1 degree in a couple decades. It doesn't warrant such extreme, dramatic weather phenomenon. And when you look at the weather, you see now epic floods, 1,000-year floods, epic this, epic that. Everything now is epic. 500-year, 1,000-year. Oh, we haven't seen earthquakes here like this in the past couple hundred years. This, and that. And so these type of things that are going on now are epic, not because of half a degree change in global warming, but because God is taking away his hand of protection upon the earth. And it is going to get worse. There was a 5.8 earthquake near Yellowstone today. I am going to make a video on that because I do know what caused it. And it was a man-made event caused by CERN. And I'm going to I've been putting the data together with the USGS, Volcano Discovery, and other websites to show how the two events are related and regarding that. But even with man-made events, these man-made events are just getting worse because you have things such as HAARP that affect weather. And, sad to say, but there are people that can manipulate the weather, and people are only going to get worse, as you see. And crime is increasing. Crime increasing is going to get worse because of global warming, because there's going to be famines. And as famines increase, people aren't going to have money to buy food because, you're going to have inflation in these countries. And so you're going to see more and more rise in basic violence and protesting and anarchy. And people are going to be angry because of price increases. They're going to take it out on their governments. You're going to see more and more governments toppling down. And it's going to get a lot worse because, with the population explosion going on, robots are going to be basically taking over the future. And what I mean by robots are taking over the future, there's certain countries you can go to now and they don't have waitresses in certain restaurants. They don't have cashiers. They don't have waiters. They have robots now that go and serve you at your tables. They take your order at your table. They serve you at the cashier, and it's not really as bad yet in America. But they're even having now, Amazon is working on it, where they have food deliveries, and these food deliveries are going now. They're working on these little robots going to apartments and restaurants, delivering your food, so you can order carry out instead of a pizza driver coming to your house. Now you have a robot. So what I mean by this is that robots are getting more and more advanced, and it's going to start taking over the jobs of a lot of minimum wage workers all across America and all across the world. And you're going to start seeing more and more increases in unemployment throughout the world. It's going to get a lot worse. And as the robots take over the jobs, you're going to see, countries with 20, 30, 40% unemployment. And, eventually America will get to the point where we may have, they say, we have like 2.5%, 3%, whatever, unemployment, this and that, 4%. But don't believe it, because the unemployment in America is not what they report. Okay, they report these things just, to keep the price of gold down, so that the, Illuminati and the big boys can keep buying gold and silver, while gold and silver are still, artificially deflated and, driving the dollar up. So, at any rate, if you want more currency information, I happen to know a lot about investments and Forex, currency markets, and gold and silver and whatnot. I don't sell it, but if you would like me to make videos on that, let me know. All right, have a blessed day, and I would just say keep your eyes to the sky. The Lord is coming soon. Read your Bible. Surrender your life to Him if you don't know Him. If you need a Bible, please contact me, email me, message me. I would be more than happy to send you one. God bless. Bye-bye.